Hello! Today we're going to talk about the compatibility between an Aquarius Pisces Cusp and a Sagittarius. This is an exhilarating romance. If you meet, it's because you were destined to meet. Like destined. It's destiny. And I'm not the kind of person that just throws around the word destiny. I believe this is someone you've probably met in a past life. Don't get swept away with other people's conflicts, okay? Don't. You might feel belittled by them, but you can get through any challenge together. You will experience more self-doubt in this relationship. And the issues that come up are really going to test your connection. You may feel intimidated with a Sagittarius. You don't feel like you have to rush into things with them. And you can take your time. Any choice that you make is one that you both think about. And you don't take it lightly. And when things come up that would normally bother you, you're both able to handle them. It's important to stop second-guessing your choices if you want this to work. Being with a Sagittarius requires a certain level of self-acceptance and certainty. There are so many variables that can interfere with your love. Your Sagittarius would be a passionate lover. You're mirrors of each other. This could be your twin flame. But sometimes you might find yourself even dressing the same way. You inspire each other to an extreme. And this might force you to confront a lot of your own inconsistencies. They reflect them back to you and you're forced to resolve this puzzle that is yourself. Ah, cat! She's right here.
Be nice, okay? What are you doing?
I was putting my camera on the ledge. Sorry. Their lives are often parallel to yours. Your Sagittarius centers you. This is a couple that's always working on themselves and often trying healthy habits and patterns in order to be more stable. But the first step to any of that is to center yourself. Stop obsessing about the future. Start living in the present. Mindfulness techniques might really help you and your Sagittarius. Things can feel kind of one-sided at times, but it's also constantly morphing. Hello. You're both always transitioning. When you get married, it can help if you're both financially savvy and you don't misuse your resources. Your budget is more important than you realize in this marriage. And the cat is so cute. This is Luna. It's easy to just let destiny take over and not do any of the work, but your actions will influence destiny. I know we always think it's either or, either we make all our own decisions or destiny does it for us, but it doesn't have to be that way. We work in tandem with destiny, we have free will, and so what you do will really impact the course of your life, of this relationship. You still have a lot of free will and you can't let it go to waste if you want to make this work. You have way too much of an impact on each other. Your Sagittarius would be super invested in you and it would be super satisfying. Your connection is very healing. Romantic relationships with the Sagittarius might seem impossible at first. But if you can pinpoint, if you can figure out what you are really drawn to when it comes to your Sagittarius and what turns you on, then anything is possible. This is a complicated couple, but you're problem solvers, so it's all good. Self-sabotage can be another bad habit. You both can make rash decisions and be reckless. Try not to take things too far, or you will have a nervous breakdown. I'm having one right now, can't you tell? Don't let worry take over. There's a very open and loving vibe between the two of you. You share a similar mindset and it really bonds you. Neither one of you wants to complain, so you might go a really long time not wanting to rock the boat, and that's not healthy. Being with your Sagittarius would be thrilling, and it would never be dull. You fantasize about your Sagittarius a lot, but it's super important to understand yourself and develop more self-awareness while dating a Sagittarius. You can be pretty guarded, and your Sagittarius will want you to let your walls down. It's going to be challenging. You need to be centered and grounded for this to work. You don't give up on each other easily. And often you'll work on your relationship for a really long time before deciding that it's over. You might feel pressured when you're with them. You both meet each other with this list of what you want in a person, like who is your perfect partner, you know? But a Sagittarius would think you're super hot. Not giving up can be super romantic, but it also means that sometimes you put each other's needs aside in order to make your relationship work, and you're not being authentic to your feelings. You refuse to face the fact that they simply aren't your person sometimes. After a long day at work, you just want to come home, watch Netflix, chill, grab a beer, whatever you do to chill out. And they have stuff they need you to take care of. They always have something they want to do, or something that needs to be done, or maybe they need help around the house. That's what it's like when you're married. Speaking of marriage, you may not even realize this, but and this is really common for everyone in partners. We often model our partners based off of our parents. And so you're going to see that with this relationship. Often you choose this Sagittarius partner because they remind you of your father or mother or older sibling. And it's usually a personality thing. It's not like a looks thing with this. It's like they might act in ways that remind you of your father or mother. And that's not always a bad thing. I mean, it's about nurturing and protection, right? So that's not a bad thing in a partner. But you may feel like now you're like looking at your Sagittarius and they're like, you can see it, whereas before you may not have realized that it was a subconscious thing. But it also means that you might project some of your patterns onto your Sagittarius because of this dynamic, right? So like if there's a pattern that you used to have with your father or mother growing up, you might be kind of enacting that same experience with your Sagittarius. So be careful what you're projecting onto them. Sagittarius can be passive aggressive with you, and it might drive you crazy. Sagittarius might have plans a lot of the time, and it will keep you busy. You both must really explore each other's bodies to connect. And sensuality is super important for this couple to really grow. Without taking care of your own bodies and paying attention to your own needs, anxiety will really take over in this relationship. And it will become a driving force. And you will find that the things you do may not come from like a centered place in those situations. And so it's really important to focus on taking care of yourself. Your Sagittarius will help you step outside your comfort zone and push you to be better. As friends, you might use each other to get through difficult times. And you rarely just hang out just because. It's interesting how much you lean on each other and how heavy things can be. When you feel like you're being taken advantage of, you are going to lash out and get pretty bitchy. Overall, your Sagittarius would be a blast. And it would certainly be interesting. More affection is better in this relationship. Like hugs can save the world for you two. So keep showing your affection and don't stop. Don't stop doing it, even when you think you're overdoing it. Just keep loving. Thank you for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye. Night.